What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Jet back with another music reaction. Based on the title, you can tell we got The Game, DJ Drama with their Gangsta Grillz album called Every Movie Needs a Trailer by The Game and DJ Drama. Like I said, they dropped an album, a collab album. With that being said, though, I'm not gonna do a full album reaction. The reason being is because I already give a spin to the album on my way to work. I work midnights, so you know, by the time I get to work, I already listened to 5 or 6 tracks. And like I said, The Game has become one of my favorite rappers at the moment of all time. Like, you know, top 5 lyricists. If we're talking about lyricist pen game ability, then The Game has become one of my favorites, next to Nas and, you know, a bunch of others. With that being said, though, we're gonna listen to this track called The Assassination of Candace Owens. This is one of the tracks that I didn't get to listen to, and a track that calls my attention because I like Candace Owen. I think she has a lot of good points and a lot of bad points. It goes both ways, you know, yin and yang. That goes for everybody in the world, but you know, a lot of her points I agree with. So I kind of want to know if this is sort of a diss, maybe just a shout out. I don't know what kind of track this might be. One thing about The Game is that he doesn't back down from saying names. Like he'll say whoever's name, you know. By the way, the album, like I said, I listened to 5 or 6 tracks. Phenomenal.
They wouldn't believe it happened if it happened and they were sitting right beside you. Fantasy world, about 1,000 people die for every dominant pearl. That means bodies stacked high as condos from Sudan to the Congo. If I train you niggas today, will I go out like Alonzo?
See what I'm saying? Like I said, The Game has become one of my favorite pen game lyricists just by the way he paints pictures and the way it sounds swagged out. It doesn't necessarily sound like he's schooling you or giving you a lecture like a lot of like maybe old school artists might sound like. You know, it takes like a lot of intelligence to get a Rakim down or a Nas down. With The Game, it's sort of just this swagger that the LA or the West Coast has, you know.
But at funerals, all of a sudden we get silent. Land of the tyrants where murder
gunshots are loud, but in the funeral it's silent.
And we just in this bitch with opposite, just young thugs, what we do. No biggie, no bad Stuyvesant, no common sense, just empty bottles of lean, we swan diving in.
No common sense.
Cancer, we live and dying in, and you only get one life. You can't erase this shit and try again.
Way, like I said, I listened to a good bit of the album. I thought the album is phenomenal. The production is fire. I think The Game's pen is at an all-time greatest. You know, he's just a wise owl in The Game. And DJ Drama, again, you know, we have the discussion, DJ Drama or DJ Khaled. I think, me personally, I take DJ Drama. I think his yelling is a lot more soothing in the track.
Let that woman speak her truth, and I will love her like my mama, love her like Kamala, love her like Obama. Truth is, truth hurts. It's like a neck shot. Who really killed Charlie Kirk? And his body is not yet settled in the dirt. Why are you carrying on like that? Are you a Andre 3000 verse?
I'm not even gonna try to recital the lyrics, but in a nutshell, he said we don't know who was behind the hit of the, you know, obviously R.I.P. Kirk, but we didn't know who was behind that hit, and then the publicity is we're letting it drag like a 3000 Andre 3000 verse, because Andre 3000 as a lyricist, his verse was so poetic and so flowing, so huge, and so, you know, there's a lot of content in Andre 3000. So again, you're letting it drag like a 3000 Andre 3000 verse. Shit is crazy, dog. Like, you can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, the fact that he was able to poetically express how he's feeling about, you know, I love Kamala, I love Obama, and I love Candace, you know, let her speak her truth, and I love her like my mama, you know, that's crazy. We gotta love it.
But I was raised on Zion, and Nas iron. If I'm lying, throw me in the den with the lions and 5 YNs. Either way, behind these bars, there's shots flying. Decapitate you so-called ghosts without trying. Go head to head with CNN. My bump at CNN, leaving friends. Some still alive, some I won't see again. Speak my truth until I'm in a position she is in. Moral to the story, be cautious who you believing in.
Moral of the story, be cautious on who you believing in. Alright, y'all, so that is the track right there, The Assassination of Candace Owens. I think, you know, I hope with this title, you know, because Hollywood and entertainment business works in a weird way. I hope this is not like a foreshadowing or jinxing something, you know, to come, because, you know, again, she's speaking out there for the truth. She's exposing a lot of things that are going on behind scenes, and she's a, you know, again, she's a strong black woman. You know how that goes. And yeah, I hope the best for her. I hope she's safe. And I hope that, you know, if we're talking about the game here, track wise, I think it's probably my least favorite of the album just so far, but I think this track is good. I think storytelling and poetic justice is there. You know, the game is just lyricist. I got nothing bad to say about it. Let me know how y'all feel about the album, because I think the album is some of my favorite work so far. I think it's gonna make my list whenever I drop it. With that being said though, like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.